Hi, I'm Nadia and welcome to Fortune Emporium, a place where we not only introduce you to cool things, but to the stories of people being brave enough to follow their dreams. So, embroidery. It's a classic art that has, in various forms, been around as long as man's been making fabric. And our guest today is someone who's taken this very classic fiber art and put a very modern spin on it. Please help me welcome Madeline Burchard of Sew Femme. This is Madeline Burchard, the talented embroidery artist behind Sew Femme. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So embroidery, it's something that you kind of think of as kind of a grandma art.
Yeah.
You're not the grandma type, obviously.
Not yet.
So what was it about embroidery that, drew you?
Well, I kind of like that it's kind of seen as an old school art and kind of new school messaging. And there's so much freedom in embroidery. You can it's like painting kind of. You can kind of do anything with it. You can go in any direction. And I love how textural embroidery is. Sorry to all the Karens out there.
Yes, Karen memes. This is a crowd favorite. And it says, "That's not very live, laugh, love of you, Karen." So I really love the humorous nature of your embroidery work. It, the juxtaposition of a very old-timey craft with very modern day sayings, it stands out and it's funny. So how was it that you came to use humor and art as a way to express opinions on broader subjects and manage stress?
Yeah, I think, that's just part of my personality is even when things are falling apart, I always kind of try to maintain a certain sense of humor and wit. It's kind of how I deal with really tough things. And so it's an expression of things I kind of often say privately or to the people near me. And now I get to kind of share these, witty thoughts with the world.
You have a very stressful job.
Yeah.
And it requires you being online most of the day, right?
Yeah, so I do social media for a government agency. It's my job to be professionally on the internet. So I see what's happening in the world every day, whether I want to or not. And so sometimes at the end of the day, I need a way to de-stress and deconnect from the internet. You can't really do anything else while you're doing embroidery. I mean, you can watch stuff, but
might hurt a finger.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. You're holding a really sharp needle.
So I also find how you learned to embroider kind of fascinating because, as you're saying, it was meant to be a way to get off screens, but how was it really that you came to learn how to do what you're doing?
Yeah, so I just signed up for a online embroidery class. I got good enough and I took enough of these online courses where people wanted to buy stuff from me, which was so surreal that anyone would want to, one, have it in their house, but two, buy it, give me actual real money for it. And then it just kind of took off from there.
You do a lot of font-based things.
Font, we recognize a lot of brands from font. So, in this one piece, there's, 3 different types of font. We have the typewriter font here. We have the script with the live, laugh, love. And then we have, Karen in bold block letters. So Karen, Karen, right at you. It's a big part of communicating message. So I think I like font for that. And then, I also just think of things that I want to convey to people or are important to me that I really need to express. And sometimes font is the best way of saying this.
Well, getting to meet the maker wouldn't be as fun if we didn't really get to meet the maker. So with that being said, it's fun fact time. Miss Madeline, is there anything about you that we might be surprised to know?
A lot of people are surprised to know that I'm Mexican. My father's Mexican. Grew up kind of in that culture, so I gravitate towards that aesthetic a lot. That kind of Virgin Mary and lowrider and cholita or chingona.
Do you speak Spanish?
So I can talk to people. I'm usually the person on vacations that's the translator.
All right, teach me something.
So to say to embroider is bordar.
Bordar.
And then a piece of embroidery, this is a bordado.
Bordado?
Bordado.
The hardest word. Yeah. My gosh, how'd I do? Madeline, thank you so much for taking time to hang out with us today and sharing, your story and how these creative arts have really become a healing tool for you. Please be sure to give Madeline a follow on Instagram at Sew Femme, and you can find some of her handiwork here at Fortune Emporium. Thank you for joining us today. Please be sure to continue and follow our stories to meet more inspiring makers. And remember, Luck happens by chance, but fortune happens by choice. So get out there and make luck.